If you want your life to become magically scalable, create a vision board. Why? Let me ask you a question. How do you know what you're going to see or hear when you see, for example, an Apple logo, the logo of Apple, or when you see the word Coca-Cola written somewhere? You immediately can feel that cold, bubbly drink going down your throat. How do you know that? Well, because your neural recognition system, which is on autopilot, is charged with delivering to you what you repeatedly see every day. That's why advertising and branding is so important. They will do everything to keep the image of what they want you to buy in your mind, in your head. So you keep on seeing these images everywhere. Vision board. So what do you want to do? First of all, you want to choose what you want to be, or choose what you want to do, or choose what you want to have, right? First you do the choosing part. When you've made your choice, then you can either draw your choice, or you can write about it, or you can go and find some pictures in a magazine or print it out of Google and cut them out. And you take that and you stick it, glue it, scotch tape it, onto a vision board, a piece of cardboard or a piece of styrofoam. And you put that vision board somewhere in your home or in your office where your eyes fall on it all the time. For more effect, take a picture of your vision board and put it on the screen top of your telephone or on your desktop. You've now created a vision board, and that's really easy as pie and fun to do. So what happens next? Next is that the brain figures out where to find everything that's on that vision board, because the mission of a brain is like a search engine. So regardless of what it is, whether it's money or health or, I don't know, winning an Oscar, whatever it is, the occipital lobe, which is in the back of the brain, goes on a lasered search mission, bringing to you what it sees on that board. It's a search engine, okay? So, if other people have become rocket scientists or, I don't know, billionaires, or they've won Oscars or sporting trophies, whatever it is, it's not that their bodies are better than yours, and it's not that they are more intelligent than you or that they are more knowledgeable than you. It's got nothing to do like that, because all brains more or less are born the same. It's that their brains have been trained differently, have been conditioned differently, okay? And when you are, I want to say something to you. When you are on an emotional high, when you're feeling good about something, you're going to go out and do anything about it because you're feeling really good. So what happens? Did you know that every time you create a goal, automatically your brain produces a hormone called dopamine? And dopamine is like a happy hormone. It makes you feel good. So whenever time you create a goal, you feel happy. Every time you share that goal with a friend and you're talking about what you're going to do, you feel, doubly happy, because you're generating. What your brain is generating then, or is producing, I should say, is another hormone called oxytocin. And oxytocin is like a binding agent. So when you have dopamine that makes you feel good, and you have oxytocin that's a binding agent, you don't have 1 + 1 makes 2. You have 1 + 1 makes 3. You've got a very strong base. That binding agent is really solidifying what it is that you want. So let's take this step by step. Step 1 is you first want to see in the distance, the goal that you want to reach. That's the visual identification. The second step is knowing why you want to reach that goal. And that's when you feel. You're producing oxytocin, okay? The third step is allowing the occipital lobe in the back of your brain to do its job, which is visual identification. and searching for matching images of what's on that vision board. That's what it does. It motivates your brain to get going. And that is why you want your default mode to be always seeing the goal. That's got to be your default mode, because the default mode that you have created yourself will automatically then generate the hows, because that's what the left part of the brain does. It's the strategizing, the planning. And because you will always be on a high, you will always be feeling good, and you will eventually find the way how to reach that goal. You don't want to let the right side of the brain, which is sort of the negative emotional part, saying to you, oh, why bother to do that? It didn't work last time, not going to do it this time again. You want to always stay on track, and you do that by having a vision board, seeing your goals all the time. That dopamine is getting produced, the oxytocin is getting produced, and it's going to automatically override the right brain's negative messaging, I would say. You see, the big secret behind having the vision board is that you don't have to focus on it. When I train and work with a lot of my clients on Alpha Countdown, which is a very proactive way of creating your goal visually, you are very consciously doing it. You're in the active mode. When you are watching, when your eyes drop on a vision board, you're passive. It's just happening. So it's like going to the gym and you're doing the flex, release. And you need to dance that dance in your brain. It's got to work together. Give, let go, give and take. Create a vision board, have fun. And if you've enjoyed this short video, then please click below and subscribe. Bye-bye.